Let me ask you a question that many of you might be too afraid to ask out loud. Why does it seem like everyone around you has more money than you? Have you ever scrolled through social media and felt like you're the only one stuck in financial struggle while others seem to be living large? Have you ever wondered, how do they afford that lifestyle? The answer to this question is crucial, not just for your financial well-being, but for your mental health, your self-esteem, and your future success. You see, we're living in a time where the pressure to appear successful is stronger than ever before. We're living in a time where material wealth is often confused with real wealth, and where the line between perception and reality has been blurred beyond recognition. Today, I'm going to break down the reasons why it seems like others have more money than you. I'm going to expose the hidden truths behind the images of wealth that you see all around you. I'm going to show you that much of what you believe to be true is nothing more than smoke and mirrors, and I'll give you the tools to stop falling into the trap of comparison. We'll talk about the culture of comparison, where I'll explain why society conditions you to feel inferior. Then, we'll dive into the illusion of financial success, where I'll peel back the curtain on how people are leveraging debt and deception to create the appearance of wealth. Finally, I'll conclude with reclaiming your power, where we'll discuss how to break free from this damaging cycle and take control of your financial future. I'm going to be brutally honest and unapologetically direct because this is a conversation that can't be sugarcoated. The pressure to keep up with others is destroying lives, and it's time to stop the madness. By the end of this speech, I want you to have clarity, confidence, and a new sense of purpose when it comes to your finances. First things first, why does it feel like everyone around you is doing better financially? Why does it seem like you're always the one struggling while others are succeeding? The answer to this question lies in the culture of comparison that we live in today. We've all heard the phrase, keeping up with the Joneses. It's the idea that your success, your worth, and your happiness are measured in relation to what others have. But in modern times, this concept has evolved into something much more insidious. Thanks to social media, we're now exposed to a constant stream of other people's lives that seem perfect, wealthy, and carefree. But here's the thing, what you're seeing isn't real. It's a carefully curated highlight reel, designed to make you feel inadequate. You're not seeing the credit card debt, the financial stress, or the anxiety that often lurks behind those perfect pictures. You're seeing the filtered version of reality, the version that's meant to impress, not the one that reflects the truth. Social media has turned the culture of comparison into a daily competition. Every time you open Instagram, Facebook, or TikTok, you're bombarded with images of people who appear to be living their best lives. The vacations, the designer clothes, the expensive dinners, the brand new cars, it's all there, constantly reminding you of what you don't have. But ask yourself this, who are these people trying to impress? Why is there such an overwhelming need to display wealth and success to the world? The answer is simple. Society has conditioned us to believe that having is more important than being. We've been taught to equate material possessions with personal worth. The more you have, the more successful you are perceived to be. This culture of comparison is designed to make you feel like you're falling behind, like you're not good enough, like you need to work harder and spend more just to catch up. But here's the truth that no one wants to admit. This is a game you can never win. Why? Because it's built on a foundation of falsehoods. You're comparing your everyday reality to someone else's highlight reel, and that's a losing battle from the start. Society profits off your insecurities. The more you feel inadequate, the more likely you are to spend money to fill that void. Advertisers know this. Corporations know this. The entire economy is built on the premise that you'll keep spending in the pursuit of a lifestyle that's just out of reach. And the moment you stop and realize that real happiness, real success, and real wealth have nothing to do with what other people think, you begin to reclaim your power. Now let's dive deeper into the illusion of financial success. You might be wondering, okay, I get that social media isn't showing the whole picture, but what about the people I know in real life? What about my friends, my colleagues, or even my family members? How are they affording their lifestyle? Here's the hard truth. Many people aren't as financially secure as they seem. In fact, many of the people who appear to have more money than you are barely hanging on themselves. They've mastered the art of looking wealthy, but behind the scenes they're drowning in debt, living paycheck to paycheck, and one financial crisis away from disaster. The illusion of wealth is often maintained through credit cards, loans, and financing plans. People are borrowing money to fund their lifestyles, and they're doing it in a way that creates the appearance of financial success. They lease cars they can't afford, take out loans for vacations, and rack up credit card debt on designer clothes and fancy dinners. But here's the thing. Borrowed money isn't real wealth. It's a ticking time bomb. Debt is like quicksand. The more you rely on it to maintain a lifestyle you can't afford, the deeper you sink. And yet many people continue to do it because they're afraid of what will happen if they let the illusion slip. They're afraid of being seen as less successful, less capable, or less worthy. So they keep up appearances, even as their financial situation becomes more and more precarious. This isn't just a few people, it's widespread. In fact, studies show that a significant percentage of people are living beyond their means. According to a report by the Federal Reserve, nearly 40% of American households can't cover a $400 emergency expense without borrowing money. And yet, if you looked at their lives from the outside, you'd never know it. The pressure to appear successful is so strong that people are willing to risk their long-term financial stability for short-term validation. They're willing to sacrifice their future for the sake of looking good today. And that's a recipe for disaster. Here's what you need to understand. Real wealth isn't about what you show the world. It's about what you have when no one's looking. It's about the money in your savings account, the investments you've made, the assets you own. It's about being able to live comfortably without the constant stress of debt hanging over your head. But how do you escape this illusion? How do you stop comparing yourself to others and start building real financial success? It starts with shifting your mindset. You have to stop caring about what other people think. You have to stop buying into the lie that material possessions define your worth. And you have to start focusing on what truly matters: your financial security, your future, and your peace of mind. Now that we've exposed the culture of comparison and the illusion of financial success, let's talk about how you can reclaim your power. Because that's what this is about. It's about taking control of your financial destiny and refusing to let society dictate your worth. The first step in reclaiming your power is to shift your focus. Stop comparing yourself to others. Stop measuring your success by what other people have. Instead, start focusing on your own goals, your own values, and your own financial situation. You have to understand that your journey is unique. Your path to financial success isn't going to look like anyone else's, and that's okay. One of the biggest mistakes people make is trying to keep up with others without understanding their own financial realities. They stretch themselves thin, trying to maintain a lifestyle they can't afford, all in the name of appearances. But here's the thing. You don't need to impress anyone. Your worth isn't determined by what car you drive, what clothes you wear, or how many vacations you take. Your worth is determined by who you are, what you stand for, and the life you're building for yourself and your family. The second step is to take control of your finances. That means getting honest with yourself about where you stand financially. Create a budget, track your expenses, and start living within your means. Cut out the unnecessary expenses that are draining your bank account and focus on building real wealth. Wealth that's built on savings, investments, and smart financial decisions. You also need to start thinking long-term. Stop living for today and start planning for your future. That means paying off debt, building an emergency fund, and investing in your future. The more you focus on building real wealth, the less you'll feel the need to compare yourself to others. You'll have the confidence and security that comes from knowing you're on the right path. Finally, surround yourself with people who support your journey. Find mentors, friends, and family members who understand the importance of financial security and who won't pressure you to keep up with appearances. The people you surround yourself with can have a huge impact on your mindset, so choose wisely. In today's world, it's easy to feel like everyone has more money than you. It's easy to fall into the trap of comparison and to feel like you're always falling behind. But the truth is, much of what you see is an illusion. The people who seem to have more money than you are often just better at maintaining the appearance of wealth. It's time to break free from the pressure to keep up with others. It's time to stop comparing yourself to people who are living a lie. And it's time to take control of your financial future. You have the power to build a life of real wealth. Wealth that isn't dependent on appearances or the opinions of others. It won't be easy, and it won't happen overnight. But with determination, discipline, and a clear vision for your future, you can achieve financial success on your terms. Stop chasing the illusion. Start building something real. Your future depends on it.